Hey, Nick Layton here. If we haven't met before, welcome to my channel. We're going to take a look at 5 Operation Mindcrime riffs you've got to know from the band Queensryche here in just a second. Before we do that, please subscribe, hit that like button, ring the bell. Make sure you get content like this every week. Also, in the description, I've got a free sweet picking guide for you guys called Sweet Picking Bootcamp. So make sure and check that out and download it. All right, without further ado, let's get to the riffs. Okay, so we're tuned standard here for all of the riffs that we're going to be looking at. And this one, I Don't Believe in Love, is in the key of D minor. And it starts out like this. Okay, so there's some stretchy chords going here. I'll show you that in a sec. So we're going to start out with this two note dyad here. It's 5th fret G, 8th fret B, and then slide that up a whole step so that you end up on 7 G, 10 B, and pick it again. Now you're going to bounce off the D string, so from here on out, hopefully you can hear that. And the chords are that 7 on 7G, 8B here, that 7G, 6B. So we're just playing these little variations. And then the last one would be 7G, 11, big stretch over on the B string. And all the while using the open D string. So it should sound like this. Okay, and then do it again. But instead of going up, we're gonna do something else to end it. So here's a C chord, and we're going to play, it's a C major chord, we're going to play a C sus. So what you do is you run 3 on the A string, you're barring across 5 on the G, on the D, G, and B, and then you're going to play 6 on the B. So you're going to hammer on so. And then go to the 1st fret and play the 1st fret on the A string. We're going to play 3rd fret D, 5th fret on the G and B string. And we'll come back to that at the end of the riff as well, okay? So slow, all that together would sound like this. Do the second half of the riff. Same as before. Okay, that time the very last chord is the only thing that's different. We're going to play this B flat chord first, and then add on the 5th fret on the G string and the B string, and then return to the B flat. So you see I'm just barring across the 3rd fret on the D, G, and B, and then coming back into that. And that's the entire riff, okay? And as a bonus, since I played it on the demo, let me show you the cool clean chords. I don't have a clean tone dialed up here, but I'll roll off some volume here and show you guys the chords. First chord is open D string, 2nd fret G, 3rd fret B, open high E. Try that again. 2nd chord, open D, 3rd fret G, 3rd fret B, 1st fret high E. Strumming these. 3rd chord, open D, 2nd fret G, 1st fret B, 3rd fret on the G string, on the high E. 4th chord is open D, 3rd fret on the G and B, and then open high E string. So if you put those together, you get. Okay, and then the picked part right after that. Open D, 2nd fret G, 3rd fret B, 5th fret high E. Okay, then we're going to come back to this chord, and we're picking all these notes here. Open D, 2nd fret G, 1st fret B, 3rd fret high E. So open D again, and then 5th fret G, 3rd fret B, 3rd fret high E. Open D again, and this time we'll play the 3rd fret G and then the 1st fret on the B and high E, and then we'll play the open E string. And then you're back into it. And then you just repeat that cycle. So the first cycle will just be. Repeat the whole thing, okay? So I know that's not a riff, but hey, I'm trying to take care of you guys here, especially you Queensryche fans. All right, let's move on to riff number 2. You know, I had never learned this riff until recently, and it's just such a fun, cool riff, and it's a good picking workout too. You're going to pick all the notes here, straight alternate picking. We're going to use open D string quite a bit. Okay. So basically we're playing the open D, and then the 14 on the D, and then the 16 on the G, and just repeat that. Then you play 2 Ds after that, so start over, and then we're gonna move it down a whole step and play 12D, 14G. So really what you want to do is take this slow and memorize the pattern. Okay, that's the easiest way to do this. Okay, so you're back to the first position. 14 and 16 on the G, then you move back to 12 to 14, and then you move back to 14, 16 on the D and G, and then we're going to move to 10 and 12, play that twice, so it's open D, 10, and then 12 on the G, play that 2 times, and then you're going to move up to 12 and 14, just once, and then you're going to move up to 14 and 16, so it's, and this time you're going to play open 14, and then 17, and open D, 14 D, 17 G, open D, 14 D, and then 16 G. Okay, so let me do all of that together slow for you. Okay, then we're going to start over. Okay, and that's just like the beginning, the first 2 sections in the beginning. Now to end it, we're going to play this descending run. And then I'll just call out the notes here. Open D, 14 D, 16 G. Open D, 12 D, 14 G. Open D, it's 10 D, 12 G. This time we'll play open D, 9 D, 10 on the G. Open D, 7 D, 9 on the G. Open D, 5 D, 7 G. The last 2 are going to be the open D, 4th fret on the D, 5th fret G, and then open D, 2nd fret D, 4th fret G. So the whole line would be just end on that note. Now as far as muting goes, I don't hear a ton of muting on this, so you play it pretty open, but you want to play it clean. It's got to be clean and not sloppy. Alright, so let me play the whole thing for you. Okay, and just real quick, that next riff is super cool riff. Open E, 2nd fret B, A, 2nd fret D, back to the low E, and then you play 3 on the A string and 2 on the D string. And then 2 opens, and then go again. And this time we're going to play open E, so 2 opens in between, 2 open E's, and then open E, 2nd fret A, 2nd fret D, back to the open E, and then we're going to play 2 on the A string and open D string. So you just alternate between those 2. And it's just alternate pick, but it's played pretty fast. It sounds awesome. Okay, that's riff number 2. Okay, riff number 3 is Breaking the Silence. We're in the key of G. We're going to start out with this chord. Okay, and actually that last time we're just going to hang on the pick slide. Okay, so I'll show you those parts. So we're going to start out with this chord here, and there's obviously 2 guitar players in Queensryche, and both are playing parts that support each other. So whereas I'm showing you this, there's another guitar player that's going, doing that kind of thing along with the bass, which really gives it a driving feel, while the other guitar player is playing these sustained chords. Okay, so this is 7th fret G, 8th fret on the B, and 5th fret on the high E. Then you're just going to move your index finger up and play 6 on the high E for the next chord. I suppose you could play it like this. Probably makes more sense. Okay, now we're going to play 7 on the G, and then 8 B, 8 high E, and then so we're playing 5 G, 6 B, 5 high E, and then play 6. Add 6 to it, so we're playing a sus chord here. F sus on here. We're going to play 6th fret on the high E and then take it away. So okay, so all that together. We'll do it again. And this time just hang on this chord. Hang on the F chord. For the next section, what we're going to do is we're going to pick slide. Then we're going to come in on a G note. And end up on a B flat here, but we're playing these little chord fragments in between. That's open D and the G string 3rd fret. Open D and the 2nd fret G. So you're muting the A string there. Do it again. B flat, and then F chord there, or you could play it here. Back to this. Back to B flat, and then that's just open D and G that time. Resolve to F. Okay, so let me play that part for you. Here we go with the pick slide. Okay, and the cool chord for the verse is low G on the 3rd fret, low E, 5th fret on the D string, 3rd fret on the G, 6th fret on the B string. Just let those ring together. Play that again. Move down to an F, and then play this 3rd fret D and G, then 3rd and 2nd fret D and G, back to 3rd fret D and G. Okay, so that's all the parts for the intro to Breaking the Silence. Okay, let's take a look at Operation Mindcrime. This is probably the easiest one of the bunch. Key of F sharp here. We're just playing this. Okay, so it starts out with F sharp power chord, played single note. So 2nd fret, low E, 4th fret A, back to the 2nd fret on low E. Then play an octave. So we're going to play the D octave, which is 5th fret on the A string, mute the D string, and then play 7th fret on the G. Hold that and then move it up 2 frets to an E octave. Let's do that again. Do it again. Go to the D and then play this. That's just B power chord to A power chord. Okay, and that's the first part. Now the second part, where it gets heavier, and we're playing open E this time. 2nd fret, low E, 4th fret A, back to the 2nd fret, low E. But then we're going to play a D5 chord. We're going to also add the A string in there to make it sound really heavy. Play an E power chord there. Then we're just going to play an open E and then play 2nd fret D and G, open E, 2nd fret D, 1st fret on the G string. So that's okay, then back to this. Hold the E, and then you're into the verse. Great tune there. That's Operation Mindcrime. Okay, and finally we're going to take a look at the a couple of the main riffs to Needle Eyes. I've had a few questions about this. I did the solo for this a while back, so make sure and check that out on my channel under Lead Guitar Alchemy. There's a few different Queensryche solos. But the rhythm part on this is really cool. And so let me play just the parts I want to show you here. Just starting out. Super simple, right? D5 power chord, up to an F, back to a D. Second time, D power chord, up to an F. And just lower the F note 1 fret to an E. And just do that twice. Then the cool part, I think, is the single note line that's being played here, and I think Michael Wilton's doing this, is when both Wilton and DeGarmo are in the band. I think Wilton did this part. That leads into the chorus, okay? So what we're doing here is we're using alternate picking, and we're just playing this D5 power chord, 5th fret A string, 7th fret D. But where it's kind of syncopated, where you have some upbeats and some downbeats, it's all kind of mixed up. But you can see how that's all alternate picked. So memorize that pattern. 2 on the A string and then 1 on the D. Back to 2 on the A. Follows that pattern until the last one there. Then it plays 2 on the D. So take note of that. Repeat that. Okay, then we're going to do the same idea, but move down to this chord. D, still going to be our note on the A string, but we're going to play F on the D string, and the other guitar player is playing F chord there. Okay, so we're playing. Notice the picking is exactly the same. So let me do the first one. Now we're going to play a C5 power chord, 3rd fret A string, 5th fret D string. Okay, so all 3 together. Again. Alright, so the end of this, now that part leads into the chorus. And the chorus is just, there's 2 guitar parts here too. One guitar is just playing the D, C, B flat, like that. But the other guitar player is playing, it sounds like he's doing this to me. So after the D chord, that would be then 7 on the A, 5D, 8 A, 7D to a C chord. And we're going to play this C sus 4th chord again, but like that. So B flat. Then go B flat, C, B flat, G. play G. That's leading into the solo section, whereas into Michael Wilton's solo on this, which I've also covered this solo as well in Needle Eyes, which I think I already mentioned, but that leads right into that solo. All right, so that's the riffs to the main ideas I wanted to show you from Needle Eyes, and that wraps up this video. Kind of a long one here, but so much detail, and we could go on and on. I tried to get through this as quickly as possible, but still it takes a while to explain everything going on. So fantastic album, lots of other great songs as well. What's your favorite tune on Operation Mindcrime? Leave me a comment and let me know. All right, that's it for now. Please subscribe, check out that free sweep picking guide, and I'll see you next time. Rock on.